Hello there everyone, this is me Ethan here and welcome back to another LEGO video. I'm doing a little bit of a different format today just to try something new. You know, it's kind of fun to try a new format whenever it comes to video making here on YouTube. But anyways, we have gotten a ton of LEGO news within the past couple of weeks and I've really wanted to cover it, but I kind of wanted to do it on a live stream, but I haven't had the time to do live streams, so instead I'm doing it in a somewhat live stream format. It's going to be pretty relaxed, going to be pretty off script. There's no script for this video. It's just going to be whatever I think. We're going to go through brick set, look through all the new sets, and we'll just talk about it and have a fun time. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off, hopping right into brick set. So there's been a ton of new sets that have recently released, so let's just jump right into it and waste no time. Alright, so first up, the Dark Trooper attack set got revealed. It will come with 166 pieces, it'll retail for $30, and come with Luke Skywalker and 3 Dark Troopers. One of the best scenes in all of Star Wars now whenever Luke Skywalker makes his entrance in the Mandalorian Season 2 finale. As a LEGO set, I am all on board with it. I definitely want to pick this set up. Definitely one that I want to own by the end of the year. I'm going to plan to pick this one up as soon as possible if I'm being completely honest with you though. I mean, you get 3 Dark Troopers, those figures look absolutely amazing, and that new Luke Skywalker has new torso and leg printing. Also the Mandalorian cape in a soft, it looks like a cloth, like a fabric piece in black, so that's great. I don't think we have any other additional pictures unless we go right here and we can take a closer look at the other images. Here's a little bit of a closer look, but it looks a little bit empty right here. I'm not a fan of that, but I do like all these sticker details for inside of Moff Gideon's Star Destroyer. Looks very cool. Like all the detailing. You can do like the force choke thing and pull this out. It's just a very nice little display piece. Reminds me a lot of the Marvel sets like Thor's. I can't remember the full name. But the Avengers Endgame Thor set. I really love vignette sets, and I think that's really cool. There's even a little knob right up there at the top where you can bring Luke Skywalker up the elevator. Just a really cool looking display set. So overall, I'm a pretty big fan. We're starting off with Star Wars, by the way. So next up, we have the Mandalorians N1 Starfighter that recently got revealed. And this one is more recent compared to most of the other news. So I still have a little bit of recency bias, maybe, if that's a thing with Star Wars sets or just LEGO sets in general, but I really like this set if I'm being completely honest. I don't own an N1 Starfighter, so it'd be nice to own this one. I really liked that the Mandalorian got an N1 Starfighter. I think that's just as cool, maybe a little bit cooler than the Razor Crest. I still think the Razor Crest is a better build, but I still think this is a great set. I need to pick up the Razor Crest before that retires since we now have a new Mandalorian ship, but I think this set looks fantastic. How much will it retail for? Okay, it'll retail for $60 with 412 pieces. Not a great price per part ratio. This is a Book of Boba Fett set, but everybody knows the Book of Boba Fett ended up turning into the Book of Boba Fett and Friends. I really want to talk about this show, but I'm not going to dive into it as much as it's frustrating to talk about. This is a Book of Boba Fett set, officially from LEGO, but under technicality, I don't consider it one. But I think it looks really great. You get Grogu's little pod up there at the top where normally like R2-D2 or Droid would sit. I think that looks great. There's a lot of nice detailing. It's a little bit flat right here. It's not a perfect build, but I do like the greebling and all that. You do also get the Mandalorian with the Darksaber. Would have been a perfect opportunity to upgrade it, make it look a little bit more accurate, but you know how LEGO is. I'm not 100% bothered by it. And then some people notice, I don't know if you can see it right there, but there's a little bit of like a brown or tan coloring underneath the helmet, meaning we probably won't have a black head underneath. We'll probably get a Pedro Pascal likeness underneath, which will be fantastic if that's true. We of course get the same old Grogu we've come to love. Here's Pelimoto, a exclusive minifigure to the set, one of the 2 exclusive characters to the set. I think it's pretty cool that we're finally getting her. I'm a pretty big fan of her character. She's kind of like a casual character in Star Wars, and she reacts the way you would react to things, especially in the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian. You would just want to cradle Grogu. Like she feels like an average person on Earth in Star Wars, and I kind of like that. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know. But then we also get the BD droid, which is BD1 from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. There is a rumor that we're going to be getting a brick-built BD1, so expect to see this piece soon. Gotta be honest, it looks like an early 2000s piece for like the Phantom Menace or whatever because of how minimal printing there is. Also, the stud on the bottom looks a little bit ugly. It's very large. It's about the same size as Grogu, but it's It's not one of those accuracy things that bothers me. It's more so that we're just missing a little bit of printing. I'm still super happy that we're getting some more Fallen Order related stuff, more video game related stuff, which we'll get to that even more later. But I don't know if you can see there, but there is a slight brown or tan to that face underneath. Maybe it's just the lighting, I don't know, but it looks like we could in fact get a new face for the Mandalorian, so that's really awesome. Here is a look at the back of the box art. Very, very cool. So overall, I think this set is really cool. It's definitely one that I'd like to pick up, but I'm not going to pick it up for $60. I'm going to pick it up for $42 whenever it's like 20% off at Walmart or Target. I'm not going to pick it up at full price. I don't think the price per part ratio quite matches. It looks substantial for $60. It looks like a very large vehicle, which gets me to another point. My X-Wing from the January 2021 wave introduced the smaller scale vehicles that are more cheap, like the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing. I'm looking over there because I'm looking at the sets, but anyways, those sets are supposed to be smaller scale and cheaper for people, but this one kind of reverts back to the old ways, which I'm not against. I do like bigger vehicles. I just don't have the money for them. I'm still in high school. I don't have a job quite yet, so I like the cheaper sets. But this one, it kind of goes back to it. If it was just a little bit smaller, I think it would have been a little bit more accurate. Accuracy isn't a thing that bothers me. It's just more so that it wouldn't fit in with my original trilogy scale of sets with my X-Wing. And that's really the only thing that bothers me with this set, other than BD1 not having much color. But anyways, the final couple of Star Wars sets that we have to look at are the new 2022 helmet collection for Star Wars. So here we have the Red 5 Luke Skywalker helmet. I think this looks fantastic. This is a helmet set that I've been wanting for a while now, and I'm happy that it finally got made. Don't really have much else to say here. I love the original trilogy, so obviously I'd love this. And then we get two helmets from the Mandalorian. First up is, of course, the Mandalorian. Sorry, these are not the best pictures. I should have probably just opened up this one instead. But second up, we have the Mandalorian. I think he looks great. It'll go really great next to my Boba Fett. I love the Boba Fett build whenever I got it. It is one that I wanted for a while. So I definitely want to get this one once it's on sale, of course, because these always go on 20 to 25% off at Target all the time. So I'm never going to spend retail on these type of sets. But then we've got the Dark Trooper, and I'm not a fan of this. I like the Dark Trooper's design, but I don't like it as a helmet. Like, how did we get a Dark Trooper for a clone trooper? I'm not one of those extreme prequel purists from the LEGO Star Wars community where I want nothing but prequel sets, but come on now, a Dark Trooper over a clone trooper? I don't know. It just isn't that appealing to me. A lot of people said the top looks like Drake hair, like he's got waves or something. There's too much studs exposed, and even for like the Mandalorian where he's supposed to be shiny, I don't mind the studs being exposed. It doesn't look bad, but here it's just way too exposed, and I'm not really a big fan of it. I'll only pick it up if it's on sale, like deep clearance. So there's that. And then midway through, we've got some random sets that I just wanted to go over real quick. The Lego Globe. I think this set's just kind of a cool display piece, so I just wanted to mention that. Can't remember how much it costs. I think it's like $350. I just think it's a really cool little display piece. And then we've got our first like video game Lego set, the Horizon Forbidden West Tall Neck from the Horizon games, I think they're called. This will be $80. And it looks really cool. I gotta admit, it's a great looking display piece. I've never played the game. I don't own a PS4, but man, talk about a display piece. I mean, this looks great. If I had the money for it and I didn't have any other sets in the world that I wanted, I'd pick up this set, and that's pretty much the only thing I have to say about it. I think the main character, I don't know her name. She looks very detailed. Love that new hairpiece and all. Like, it's impressive, and I hope we get more PS4 video games like Uncharted or The Last of Us, because I know those would sell like hotcakes. So it's kind of crazy that we got Horizon beforehand, but this opens up just a world of possibility for more video game sets. Obviously, we've gotten Mario. Hasn't been amazing in my opinion. It's not very collector-esque compared to these sets where we have Sonic the Hedgehog, and that is a collector set, and kids still play Mario. And then we have Horizon, which teens and adults play. So it's a difficult thing with video game sets at the moment, but I think this set is cool, and it definitely opens up a world of possibility for the LEGO theme. And then finally, our last random set is the Spice Girls brickheads. I'm not really a fan of Spice Girls. I don't really care at all for this set. It's supposed to be $50 since we're getting 5 brickheads. That's $10 each. That makes sense. I'm not really a fan of this set, but like the Horizon set, it opens up a world of possibility for LEGO and their brand to make more products based on musicians, which would sell so well. Imagine if they made a Michael Jackson brickhead. I think that would sell really well, or Elton John, or the Beatles. Like, they could do a Beatles style set just like this, and I think those would sell very well. Of course, I'd probably like an official Elvis or Michael Jackson minifigure, but I think the brickheads are the best way to go about it because they are more collector sets and they're much more affordable. And I can't think of any sets they can make off of Elvis Presley or the Beatles or any of those characters. They could obviously make a stage, but I don't really see them doing that. So if they're going to go the route of making musician sets, I think they should go through brickheads, and I think this will make people very, very happy if we get brickheads based on musicians. It could be a very fun collectible thing for those who are into music. Next up, we have got some Jurassic World sets and some Jurassic Park sets. If you guys aren't aware, the new Jurassic World Dominion trailer released during the Super Bowl, and I am deliriously excited about it. I love the Jurassic World franchise, even though some are kind of hit or miss, but the concept for this new one looks absolutely fantastic. So we got some set reveals earlier in the week, and then we got 7 more later on. So let's take a look at these first. First up, we have the T-Rex Breakout. This will be $100, and it will include, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigures, all exclusive. They look great. I think that's Tim. I can't remember the girl's name. Alan Grant. He looks very cool with the stick of dynamite or whatever it's called, or like the thing that he lights, like the candle or whatever. I don't know. I like the exclusive wet torso prints and the muddied up torsos. And of course, Jeff Goldblum's character, Ian Malcolm, looks great with the extra water on there where he's running away from the dinosaur. I love the new Ford Explorer. No, it is not a Jeep. It is a Ford Explorer, just for your information. And I'm so happy that we've finally gotten this vehicle. It's only taken so long. And then we get a second one. It's crushed by none other than the iconic T-Rex. And this looks great. I'm happy that it's brick built. This is $100, and if it was molded, it would probably go for $120 or maybe even $150. But considering this is a collector set, they're going to make the T-Rex brick built, and I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, those gray ball joints bother me, but you can only go so far to fix some stuff. Like, it's a little bit exposed, and the feet look a little bit off, but overall, for a brick-built T-Rex, this really looks fantastic. The eyes are smaller, just like the actual live-action dinosaur that they used. Not the real dinosaur, obviously, but like the prop, the animatronic thing. You know what I'm talking about, but it's a really cool collector set. You gotta love the black border. Boy, do I hate Being Right All the Time by Ian Malcolm. Oh, I really love this set, and I really want to get it. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies of all time, so I think that set is going to be absolutely fantastic. But moving on to the Jurassic World Dominion sets, first up we have the 76950 Triceratops pickup truck ambush with 210 pieces, and I believe this will retail for like $30 or $40. This looks alright. The randoms, like the guards, look very generic, like use the most basic pieces ever. But I do like this new variant of the Triceratops with the red and gray and tan. That looks great. This pickup truck looks like something we got from City just a couple years ago, and this little quad bike's alright. But I do like these two minifigures. I think this is Claire, and I can't remember this guy's name. He was in Fallen Kingdom. But I do really like their torsos. Those could be useful in some scenarios. But overall, it's an alright set. I won't be picking it up personally. But the next one, I think I may actually pick up, depending on what other sets I may want this year. This is the 76951 Pyroraptor and Dilophosaurus Transport with 250 pieces, and this will retail for $30, I believe, or $40. It's converted into pounds, I think, so I don't know for sure, but $30 or $40. I think this set's pretty substantial for what you're getting for the price either way. I really like the Pyroraptor. I think that's very cool with the feathers and all, and the red and the orange. Those look really cool. And then that's the Dilophosaurus. Yeah, it was in a $20 set a couple years back, I think in 2020. And the only difference is that it's a slightly darker red. It's printed a little bit darker right there. I missed out on the opportunity to pick up that $20 one, so a little bit disappointed. We have a guard right here, and this Biosyn, I think that's a new company that'll be introduced. That's actually a pretty good looking Jeep. I gotta admit, that looks pretty great. And we also get Jeff Goldblum's character again, this time a little bit older, and I'm pretty happy with that minifigure. I think he looks great. And then we also get Ellie Sattler, also older, which is fantastic to see. Cool to see those two, and I'm thinking Ian Malcolm will appear in the what's supposed to be $120 set. So, not too shabby of a set. And then once again, there's that T-Rex Breakout, probably my favorite set of the wave. And then these 7 other Jurassic World sets that got revealed include this Duplo one, not very interested in that one. We have the obligatory Pteranodon Chase set that's $20 for the Jurassic World wave. As always, this is actually a kind of cute set for 4+. I like this little stand. It kind of reminds me of Florida a little bit. I like the palm tree, but it's very basic. Although I do like the variant of the Pteranodon. If I find this set on sale over the summer for like $5, I'll get it for the Pteranodon, as well as Maisie. She's back. In the Fallen Kingdom wave, she used short legs, like kid legs, and now she's using tall legs, which is kind of crazy because she's supposed to be a teenager here. She reused the Hermione face and Hermione hairpiece that was used in the, I can't remember what set it was, but it was used a couple times in the Harry Potter line, which I find kind of funny. Then we also have actually an exclusive version of Owen Grady with not only the Lasso of Truth, but a brand new torso print, which is kind of surprising for a 4+ set. You don't see many exclusive prints. I believe Macy's is exclusive, but I don't think so. Overall, the build is just alright. This, oh boy, that's not great, even for 4+ standards, but I'll pick it up only if it's on sale. What are we doing here? Okay, there we go. And next up, we have the 76944 T-Rex Breakout 4+ set, 140 pieces for, what is it, $80? I could have seen them putting the price point here at $100, so kind of surprising there. Zia Rodriguez, pretty much the only interesting minifigure in this set for that torso. I do really like that. We got a new guard. Looks like a new torso. The face is definitely reused from Star Wars. Here's Owen Grady with that same plaid, but covered up with the jacket, and those legs are reused for, I think, the villain. That dinosaur is ugly. It's the puke T-Rex to me. It's this weird mint green with dark tan and red. It's just a very ugly color combination. Not a fan of that at all. The builds are what you come to expect for 4+. There's been better 4+ Jurassic World sets, so I'm not expecting much from that. But one that I probably will pick up is the 76945 Atrociraptor Dinosaur Bike Chase 6+, 167 pieces, and it will retail for $20. I mainly want this, of course, for that Atrociraptor. Looks really cool in white with the dark red stripes. You get a nice bike. This connects to a larger build. Here we get Owen Grady, a different variant of Owen Grady. I'm liking how we're getting variations even in the cheap sets for him. And I don't own that torso, so that's a little bit desirable. And then you get 2 baby dinos, which are new variants as well. Very, very great. And then here we have what I'm assuming to be the villain of the new movie. Did it say his name? Rain Delacourt. So I'm assuming that's the villain. And he looks pretty cool. I like the torso, and the legs are, I'm pretty sure, same from the that 4+ set where it's got the belt. No, it's only slightly different. Instead, it's in black. Oh, that's the different set. Here we go. The little stand right there, you may notice that you got the mosquito in the rock or whatever. That looks kind of cool. Little dinosaur skeleton. Overall, not a bad little play set for $20 that I'd consider picking up. And then one that I'm more likely to pick up, but both I'm kind of interested in. We have the 76946 Blue and Beta Velociraptor Capture 6+. Piece count 176 and will retail for $30 in the United States. And for $30, this feels pretty substantial to me. I like this pickup truck. It's actually kind of a city-style pickup truck, but it works for like the context of Jurassic World. Here's Maisie, and the other one actually was exclusive, and this one is exclusive as well, I think, for the torso print and the beanie. Once again, she reuses the Hermione head. That wasn't just for the 4+ set, but I do like the recolor of the beanie in reddish brown and black. We get 2 dinosaurs, including Blue, and a new recolor with this grayish color. It actually looks really nice, and her daughter, Beta, which is like a medium-sized dinosaur. You have the small baby ones, and then you have the large ones like these. So it's cool to see one right in the middle. There is the Delacourt character again. I'm pretty sure that is the, that is the same exact minifigure. But you can see a closer look at the torso print. He's got like a dinosaur tattoo, which is kind of cool. And I could see that being useful for customs if you erase the dinosaur. But overall, not too bad of a set, if I'm being completely honest, for $30. Feels pretty nice. Then next up, we have the 76947 Quetzalcoatlus Plane Ambush. I definitely butchered that. I have no clue how to say that. Ages 7 plus, piece count of 293 pieces, and a price of $40. I'm surprised they didn't put it at 50, but still 40 seems kind of overpriced, but I understand for that absolutely giant dinosaur, which looks really cool. It's another Jurassic World plane, but this one actually has some unique colors to it, and like a sticker on the side. Midnight something, Midnight Oliver maybe, I don't know. It just looks a little bit more unique. The minifigures look nice. New variants of Claire Deering. That's actually the same one from the 4 Plus set. And this new character, which her name is Kayla Watts. I think she appeared in Fallen Kingdom, but she may be a new character. Anyways, it's a pretty interesting set. I wouldn't pay $40 for it. I'd wait for it to go on 20% off clearance. That's the deal with the majority of these sets, because these dinosaur molds are so expensive and they up the price by like 10 or 20 bucks. And I think the final set, yes, this is the final set, 76948 T-Rex and Atrociraptor Dinosaur Breakout. Ages 8 plus with a piece count of 461 pieces, and it will retail for $80. And I actually think this is a pretty good price. This dinosaur capture truck looks pretty good. We've seen it before. There's that same villain again, except I think that's... Is that a little bit different than the other one? Yeah, it's a different variant of him. There's Claire Deering, Owen Grady. This new character, which we're calling Sayona Santos. I love that we're getting that generic female hairpiece, no longer in just the yellow color, but the actual blonde, like tan color. That's pretty fantastic. Pretty happy with that. I like this dinosaur right over here. This silhouette of a building or like a train station maybe looks kind of nice. And I do like this recolor of the T-Rex in this sand and dark tan color. That actually looks pretty decent. But once again, I would get it on sale. Okay, so we've got just like 3 more sets, I'm pretty sure, to go over. And I actually forgot in the Star Wars segment to go over the... what's it called? Boba Fett's Throne. Here it is. 75326 Boba Fett's Throne. It will release on March 1st with 732 pieces for $100. It will include Boba Fett, Fennec Shan, Bib Fortuna, Thielen Dancer, Quarren, Gomorian Guard, and Weequay Guard. I have been so excited for this set for the longest time. I've wanted Boba Fett's, or not Boba Fett's palace, Jabba's palace from 2013, from the Return of the Jedi wave, for so long. It's like one of my white whales. My first white whale is obviously the Black Pearl, but that's one of them, and to see this palace return is great. Obviously, it's downsized and not as accurate due to the controversy, but I actually kind of dig this set. Not for $100 though. For $80, yeah, Costco, sponsor me. Costco has it available for $80 in some places if you guys are interested. But once again, this is not a Book of Boba Fett set. As much as the box wants to promote it as that, this is based off of the post-credit scene from The Mandalorian Season 2. Not only do the creators of the Book of Boba Fett not care about Boba Fett in his own TV show, LEGO doesn't either, and I find that absolutely hilarious. On the front of the box, it says Boba Fett's throne room, and Bib Fortuna's sitting in it. What? It kind of boggles my mind, but I think this is a super fun playset. I love LEGO Star Wars playsets, and this one absolutely delivers. So let's take a look at those minifigures real quick. Boba Fett is same old, same old. I wish they updated the helmet to be dark green to match the actual armor, and wish the jetpack could be dark green. You know the drill. It still looks great. Fennec Shan with that ugly looking hairpiece. She should have just came with the helmet, because now the helmet version is just going to stay exclusive to the, $130 Moff Gideon's Cruiser. Kind of frustrated about that. But Bib Fortuna looks absolutely fantastic. I love that new headpiece. The face is perfectly creepy. The torso and leg print look great. This chick, she's pretty cool. I like the pink hair. Very nice detailing, but not much to say. I do really like, what is it called? A Quarren? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, a Quarren. And these species appeared in the Mandalorian Season 2 quite a bit, and I actually really like the designs, these squids. I'm assuming you can't move the head back and forth, but that's kind of expected. But I really love that head mold. I'm a big fan of unique head molds whenever it comes to LEGO. Speaking of which, we have one Gomorian Guard. This is one of the Gomorian Guards that Bib Fortuna had, not the two where you could see their bellies like Boba Fett, which I'm kind of disappointed in. The boys are not in the set, but this new updated Gomorian Guard looks fantastic. It uses the old piece from 2013. They brought it back, and I think it still works perfectly. It's such a perfect head mold. More updated leg printing, looks fantastic. And of course we have the Weequay, I think his name is, and it's cool to see him. He was a pretty cool character in Season 1. Quite the Western trope, but I liked him. And then one thing I'd like to point out is the way all these minifigures are posed are kind of weird. Who is Boba Fett shooting at? It's going in like this direction, so is he shooting toward the Weequay Guard? And then Fennec Shand, is she shooting towards the Quarren? And then is the Weequay Guard shooting towards Fennec? Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. But if we take a look at the back box art, we can see there is a feature to, in fact, kill Bib Fortuna, which I was not expecting at all. And that's kind of cool how you can recreate the post-credit scene of the show that the set isn't based on. But anyways, it's kind of a cool little feature. You can knock people out with the stairs. It doesn't look like there's much wiggle room for that play feature though with the stairs, but that's alright, I guess. And the throne room looks pretty great, and you can see Boba Fett on his throne on the back of the box. So yeah, we also have the what are they called? The Rancor. The Rancor is on there, but we don't get the Rancor in the set. It's a little bit disappointing. We could have gotten a brick built one even. I wouldn't have minded, but whatever. I still think it's a cool set. It's got its issues, but I'm pretty happy with it. Now, moving on to our Marvel sets, the final ones. First up, we have Thor's hammer. I'm going to go and click here so we can get a closer image of it. I am all on board with these buildable Marvel sets. Of course, this is supposed to be Mjolnir, but they call it Thor's hammer. I can understand that because not many people know that Thor's hammer is named Mjolnir. In fact, it's not. It is Jonathan, and people would be even more confused if they bought a Lego Jonathan set. But anyways, I think Jonathan looks absolutely fantastic. The base down there looks a little bit off. They got the name wrong once again. That'll confuse people. But taking a closer look, if we can get an alternate image here, I think the hammer itself looks kind of cool. I feel like the staff area isn't long enough, as well as the, I guess the mallet area perhaps could be a little bit thicker. But anyways, those are really just nitpicks. I think this is a cool little prop to have. Also, I noticed that the model that they used for this set looks a lot like Thor with the beard and all. They were totally auditioning guys for models for this set to have a brownish tan beard, so I find that kind of funny. But the most interesting part is that it opens up. You get a little bit of an interior, kind of similar to the Super Mario 64 block. And on the inside, you get Odin's treasure room. You know, Odin's treasure room, it's more just a plate with some relics on it. And we get the Eternal Flame from Thor Ragnarok, the fake Infinity Gauntlet, and the Tesseract, the fake Tesseract, that is. Pretty funny scene from Thor Ragnarok. But for the actual minifigure itself, we get Thor from the first Thor movie. Another Phase 1 minifigure. I think that's great. The torso looks awesome. And that's about it. The face is reused from Endgame, which does not at all work. Thor in Endgame is not the same look as Thor in the first Thor movie. He has like this bleached yellowish beard. Like it looked really bad, but it looked nothing like he does in Endgame, and that kind of bothers me. But I do think this is a nice little addition to the set, and it definitely adds a little bit more value. This will retail for, what, $100? I would definitely much rather get that Jurassic Park set right here. I think that's a much better value. But if it goes down in price ever, I definitely would like to pick this one up if I have the money for it. And I think it's just a really cool collector's piece for Marvel fans, and I think this could open up a lot of opportunity. We could get Captain America's shield, maybe Spider-Man's web shooters, probably less likely, but I think like a Hogwarts Icons collection set would be very cool for Marvel. Maybe that's just me. And then the final set that we have is from Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man and Green Goblin mech battle. This is the most recent set reveal. It showed up on LEGO's instruction page, and under the description it said from the movies, and people were expecting Spider-Man No Way Home. And as much as I was excited for that, I didn't want to get my hopes up, and I'm pretty sure, and I knew it was going to be comic based. It'll retail for $20 with 296 pieces, not a bad price per piece count, but you get the same old Spider-Man and Green Goblin from the comic based sets. I don't own this Green Goblin, so there's the potential I may get him. But man, it's kind of disappointing. This could have been the perfect opportunity to just get a Willem Dafoe Green Goblin, I think. Also, LEGO really needs to step it up. You included dual-molded legs in the Green Goblin versus Spider-Man mech battle. Why not here? It's a $20 set. Couldn't you afford that? I don't know. It's weird. It bothers me that Spider-Man gets his boots on and off, but this is supposed to be based on like an upcoming comic book series, so at least it's based on something people may know. I don't know. I think it just kind of was a wasted opportunity, but yeah, I think that's everything. So there you guys have it. There were all the most recent set reveals. We had a ton of set reveals, and I'm trying to think of which ones are my favorite. I would probably say Boba Fett's throne room, that Jurassic Park set, I think, and the Mandalorian helmet maybe, or probably the Dark Trooper set, the Boba Fett's throne, and the Jurassic Park display piece. I think those three are like my top three that I'm most excited for this year to release. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. This video ended up being a lot longer than I expected, around 30 minutes. So hopefully if you guys sat back and relaxed and watched this entire video, I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, put the word pancake down in the comments, and whoever gets the word pancake in the comments, whoever types pancakes in the comments first will get a pin. So yeah, thank you to all the people who've lasted this long wanting to hear my thoughts about LEGO sets. So there you guys have it. There were all the new sets that have recently gotten revealed. There's obviously a ton more that are going to be revealed. This is a pretty big spring wave. LEGO spring waves have gotten bigger and bigger each year, which I kind of appreciate, kind of don't, because that's a lot of money. But anyways, what are your guys' top 3 sets, or just your favorite set from the recent reveals? So if you guys all enjoyed this news, and if you guys all enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, and have a great day.